y'all? Thank you for tuning in. Here we go. Wex versus Napkins. That doesn't sound right. Is that right? Is that Wex versus Napkins? Alright. Marth versus Peach. Classic. So yeah, historically, you know, Peaches hate this matchup. Marths tend to actually not like this matchup either. This is a really annoying matchup. It is Marth favored, but historically Peaches have been beating the Marths for the most part. The big problem is those Peaches now have gotten a lot better at being able to slip Marth swings, react to certain approach options, and move faster out of shield. So once Peach gets in, it looks really ugly for Marth. When Marth gets knocked off balance, Peach gets huge payoffs. But if Marth's able to catch Peach in compromising positions, then Marth can kill Peach early. Big thing for Peach is trying to minimize the amount of critical strikes that Marth can get, and then go go in whenever get those one touches, like those down smashes right there, and keep Marth cornered. So when Marth's cornered, that's less effective space he has to play with, retreating forward airs, things that help wall Peach out and kind of play that spacing game that Marths tend to want to play. And then being behind against Peach is really bad for Marth because Peach's approach options are not that strong. And if the Marth basically goes in, that gives Peach a lot more opportunities to play that really heavy defensive counter hit game that Peach wants to play. So generally Peach is really struggle against the Marths that really want to lame them out. Heavy dash dance cam, lots of retreating aerials, basically waiting for Peach to try to hang herself, trying to approach. So it's really imperative in this matchup, just like it is against the most floaty matchups, to treat your percentage like stocks and try not to get too far behind. Which most Peaches are more than willing to also play the waiting game as a floaty, and having a lot of seasoned Peaches are really experienced playing against other floaties like Samus and Jig, so they can definitely wait. So right now, Napkins definitely has positional advantage. He conceded a lot there, looking to run away, pull turnips. Mata's guide for this matchup does tell you every time you get a chance to pull turnips, do it, because that helps augment her approach options quite a bit. She can become a lot more dynamic since with floats she can use her aerials. She's not really going to challenge Marth's grab range that much, and then she can always use it to try to force him to shield, and then that opens up her grab game anyway. And Marth's, even Marth item grabs, because he's so very bad at throwing items, it's not much of a concern for Peach. So yeah. Napkins just looking to get some extra credit here. Down smashing. Oh, messes up. Yeah. Messes up the setup he had. He got tippered for it. The low roll. Ooh, nice. Lucky air dodge. That almost worked out. Caught no jump. Decides to go for a Hail Mary back air. Not enough to kill. And Peach now in a lot of trouble. Very nice neutral airs, but unfortunately Peach really good at trading there. Sidestep being just enough time for in between the neutral airs to hit with down smash after sidestepping. Yeah, Peach in the top tier, the A tier for all the sidesteps, and actually defensive options in general. Sidestep. Air dodge is one of the best in the game too. I think invincibility time's still the same, but the time it takes to actually move in a direction is much faster than everyone else. Like her air dodge, I think, is a 1-frame startup for when you actually move in a direction, which is really nice for her to avoid things. Her rolls are extremely good. mostly because of how strong her other options are. Roll into sidestep, roll into down smash. Down smash comes out, you know, very quickly. One of her, you know, obviously one of her best moves. And so, as a new player, one of the hardest things to deal with is crouch canceling Peach, trying to avoid running into her down smash. It's really low in lag on it, so it takes a lot of practice to find the right timing to blow up her repeated down smash attempts. Once you do, then it's great, because you can blow up, you know, random Peaches. So the tricky part is finding a friend who's good enough at playing Peach, but also bad enough to spam down smash, so you get used to it. And lowering those weird jank timings that Peaches tend to have, with where they like to press buttons as you forward air them and stuff like that. Because that's also where a lot of Peaches make a lot of money. It's like whenever you hit them, if you don't hit them cleanly enough, then they get to punish you harder for it. Similar to like how Luigi's work, because they, you know, those are the three-frame neutral air characters. Sheik, Luigi, Peach, all characters that can mash A at you if you don't hit them correctly and at low percent. So, oh, comes down with a down air. Alright, they're going the rock. Oh, frying pan spaces against grab. Very good. And, oh, and SK. I think with DI up, he might have been a little live from there. Hard to say, but he might have. I'm not sure what he was expecting. Unless you caught a mid wiggle, which tends to happen. A lot of Peaches will pummel until they start hearing wiggling, then they'll throw as a DI mix-up, because her throw against most characters is pretty quick. Especially Marth, who's in the lower end of the middleweights. Middleweights usually being classified by characters that fall over from Shine. He's at the very lowest end of characters that don't fall over from Shine, so I consider him middleweight. Anyone who falls over from Shine would be a lightweight, relatively. In POW, he becomes a lightweight character. Oh, Mr. Satan. Oh no. Oh, he's still on the board. He's still there. Yeah, there he is. Are they going to play off of him? Oh no, he tries to pick him up, neutral layers, and kills him. That's too bad. So right now, Marth's trying to shark a little bit. Usually you want to look for. Well, that was pretty janky, but he'll take it. Yeah, usually you want to look for up tilt setups. So out of dash dance, that becomes a little bit more difficult. But if he wants to build up, at that point you can also just abort the plan of trying to get straight hits and just continue to rack up the damage, and then that way you can unlock a lot more finishing moves, like for forward air tipper, up air tipper, up tilt, and then unlock up throw. Because usually when you're that far up, then you just want to play the nickel and dime them again for another 40%, so that you can take the stock a little more cleanly. So that's when they call it, that's kids calling it Marthritis. That'd be the percentage where Marth struggles to kill. So, because random forward smash tippers become less and less common in higher level play. Because most people are always prepared and wary of it whenever they're in that space, in that zone. So up tilt needs to get one that one at this percentage will probably kill, if it's, especially if it's a tipper. If it's a random hit, then I don't think it'll kill it yet. Ooh. Big dash down tilt and roll. Triple dance. Rule of threes. You always gotta do 3. Nice float neutral air to stuff the dash dance approach. One of the good ways Peach's a counter hitter, calling when Marth wants to go in and challenge her retreat by basically meeting him there with your better buttons. Everything Peach has basically comes out faster with the exception of her forward air. And forward air is basically used as her kind of spacing tool because it's disjointed. Yeah, because Marth's fastest moves are 4-frame, 4-frame jab and 4-frame 4B. Everything else comes out 5-frame minimum, like down smash. Forward tilt, I believe, is either 5 or 6 frames. I think it's 5. Up tilt, I think, is 6 or 7 frames. And forward smash is 10 frames. And it also starts at the top. I think its active frames are 10 through 12, coming down. So you can imagine when it actually hits somebody, it's going to be at around frame 11 or 12, depending on how small they are. He tries to neutral air to blow up the sidestep, but he was just a little bit too far ahead. But he gets his grab set up. Oh, he comes back, but he wasn't expecting it. Now gets shield poked with the down smash and a lot of trouble. Oh, power shield, but didn't believe in himself. Oh, had a chance to just, there he goes. There's the critical strike he needed. So Wex bringing it back 1-1. He was playing a little bit slower toward the end. Definitely seemed like he was just like kind of unsure of himself. I'm not sure what his history is, what kind of player he is, but I guess you can see that in tournament, especially when you don't know what people are going to do. You don't know how he's going to punish you. Nice, floats over. There he goes, recognized it this time, recognized it again, very good. Nice call, that's when you gamble. Rule of threes, you choose to either disrespect or acknowledge that they recognize their mistake on the 3rd time. Most people will make the same mistake up to 3 times. Usually when they go through the rule, what I call the rule of threes, then it will work almost indefinitely. Like if that means they're stubborn. So like you can go 5, 6 times, and they'll stop until they just feel thoroughly embarrassed. Where that is depends on each person, but you can guarantee yourself that if they fall for it 3 times, they're probably gonna fall for the 4th. And from there, then it depends on their pride. Some people, you can just do it forever. Oh man, he had forward throw, forward smash, forward throw, regrab, but he decided to opt to take none of those. But he's still maintaining control. Peach is floated over though. I don't think there's much Marth could do about that to keep her cornered with that high hit. Oh, rising forward air from ledge. Definitely cost him the chance to get some extra percentage. But right now Peach is cornered, which is good. He gets a trade on the dance. Reverse up tilt. And no money. Goes for a jab check. That was probably a mistake. No follow-up, but Peach just floated there, not sure what she wanted to do, so she gets hit up skirt. Nice neutral air cut, but turn up interrupts the forward smash. So yeah, still got turn up to play with to help cover his landing. That's one of the reasons why turn-ups are so nice. They just help Peach cover a lot, because Peach is a slow character, and so by having a projectile that effectively makes up, like figuratively, like it makes up for her speed. She makes up for that lack of displacement she can make in a short amount of time by using turnips to cover those distances, basically limiting the effective area that you can move in. Even though if you can catch them, the fact that she's making you take actions, and then once you have an item that changes your options, is generally Peach favored. Like the only characters that should really terrify her are all the characters with really good item throws. Oh, he goes for that down air. Yeah, the only characters that should really care about Peach item throws or the only characters Peach will be worried about are Sheik, Fox, Falco, and maybe to a certain degree Falcon. Those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head, at least, because those characters have really good item throws, and then they have enough quick moves or combo starting moves to turn it into something really strong.